Shalom, first and foremost, we would like to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, the honestly apostles and others, great millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, I'm Noah Allah.
I'm the brother Mataza.
And we're here in the branch of the GMS camp of Chicago, and we're going to we're going to go into a lesson about the upcoming draft. All right, and this morning, all right, all I've been thinking about is the U.S. tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela. All right, because now you're seeing a lot of news reports about Trump about to have the U.S. strike Venezuela within days. All right, then you heard not too long ago, but by redacted, they were talking about how they were sending nuclear submarines to the Russian the Gulf Coast of Venezuela. But nonetheless, all right, this goes ahead and shows you that prophecy is being played out. Right. But first, I would like to get out Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And that's what we're doing. We're standing upon our watch. All right, we're warning you of the prophecies that are about to come to pass. All right, based upon what the scripture says. All right, that it talks about the wars and rumors of wars that are about to come to pass. And right now, that time is right now. All right, these prophecies are no longer tarrying. All right, let's say verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth them. That's what we're basically doing right now. When we go out there on the highways and byways, when we make these lessons, all right, and we're breaking down to you what the major prophecies that are coming to pass, especially the MOTB, all right, which is a major prophecy, all right, because the RFID microchip, all right, is going to be implemented. All right, you're seeing Esau is making these gradually moves. All right, implementing a digital currency. All right, setting up a central bank digital currency. All right, setting up the digital ID, even all over the United States of America. All right, so that major prophecy of the MOTB, all right, is going to come to pass. And you got a lot of camps out there, all right, that are not teaching that doctrine the right way.
That's right.
And you know what's going to happen to them? They're going to die. All right, because prophesying, this word incorrectly can actually get you killed. What says verse 3? For the vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And that's right. You're seeing prophecy that is being played out right before your very eyes. All right, you see Esau is about to implement that digital ID, the MOTB ultimately. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and look at some news articles. All right, here, I got here just YouTube. All right, you got videos about on redacted says Trump's Venezuela ultimatum war imminent, airspace closed, and that's what you've been hearing on the news all week, right? The U.S. has closed their airspace so that nobody can travel to Venezuela, down and back. You know what I mean? All right, you hear about news about the U.S. can strike Venezuela in days. All right, so this goes ahead and plays into that prophecy that is written in Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And that's right, that's what you're seeing is played out on the earth here today. All right, these wars and rumors of wars. You got Israel and Gaza over there, the Russia and Ukraine. All right, that's escalating. And now what? This imminent war, which I believe will pop off in a matter of days, where the U.S. is going to get into a war with Venezuela. And the insane part about my testimony today is that as I was thinking about these wars that are about to pop off, especially with U.S. and Venezuela, all right, I waited until 6 p.m. and boom, I get a call out of nowhere. All right, somebody's name that I do not know. I don't know this individual, but I get this call from a person that is basically from my college that I go to, and he was talking about, oh yeah, we were just looking into if if you would like to join the military, because we see that you're capable in like doing electrical work. In my mind, I'm like, damn. And so I didn't say my name at first, right? Because he was asking for my name, because he knew my name, and I was all confused and shit, and didn't tell him my name at all. But that goes to show you that these people, I mean, the U.S., all right, they're looking to recruit people.
That's right.
All right. So that draft is definitely coming. They need people for these upcoming wars that are about to pop off.
That's right.
Well, I don't know if you got one.
That's right. And like he said they need people for these wars that are about to pop off. This is Mark 13:7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled. For such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. And these beginnings of sorrows have already started to happen, and we see it, all right? And that's why, they're going to be trying to draft young, healthy men to fight these wars, okay? But at the same time, it's going to be a lot of individuals that are already in the U.S. Army that are going to be quitting the Army and probably going AWOL, all right? Because they're going to realize what they're up against, okay? Esau Edom knows that his military is his blessing, and he's used it through his whole entire rulership till this day, all right? But none of that's going to have any effect when Yahweh Shem Yahushai cracks them clouds and appears, all right? So Esau's just getting ready, because even when Yahweh Shem Yahushai cracks them clouds, he's going to use his military to try to fight against the Lord and his angels anyway. All right?
Yeah, and what was insane too is that yesterday I was watching a movie, right? It's called The House of Diamondite. It's on Netflix. That I was watching on a legal website. But that movie, The House of Diamondite, it was basically going into how the U.S. is being, basically Russia launched a ICBM towards Chicago.
That's right.
And they couldn't take the missile down.
That's
But
right.
in the end of the movie, it didn't show you rather if the U.S. missile hit Chicago or not, but it most likely did, because they tried deflecting the missile by targeting it by hitting a bullet with a bullet. But guess what? That shit failed. All right. And come to know when today, when that guy gave me a call about, oh yeah, would you like to join the military? Take that electrical skill work over here, in the military. I'm like, no, I'm not interested.
Right.
I'm good. I'm okay. And boom, that's when it hits me. We're basically on the brink of a war. All right.
That's right.
These people are about to be drafted, and not only just men that are going to be drafted in these wars, but women too. All right. These women are about to be drafted as well. And not too long ago, I think it was in 2024, right? Women are now able to be drafted into war because that recent bill that has just passed. I'll show you right now. And everybody was talking about it. Cardi B, all right, people like, women in the selected services or whatever. All right, yeah. Look, we got U.S. military draft. Bill would require a woman to register for the selected service. And last year, a lot of women been talking about it. All right, they were anxious about it and shit. Or here you got Congress.government. All right, www.congress.government. The selected service system and draft registration issues for Congress. Oh, sloppy. Fuck, I wasn't reading that whole. But nonetheless, these women are also going to be required to be drafted into this, to these wars that are about to pop off.
That's right.
But hey, these women, they want to be equal with the man. All right, they want to be, they want to have that mentality as a man. Well, guess what? A lot of you women are not gonna have that what you call it again? That independent spirit when that time comes, right?
Yeah.
Because what? You're gonna be seeking a man of the Lord, right? You're gonna be scared in these times that we're entering into, and so that independent woman mentality is going to be thrown out the window, right? You women are also going to be drafted into these wars.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And hey, at the end of the day, the only people that are going to get any type of covering and protection are going to be those who believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's it. You can choose to believe in Esau's army, all right, all you want. You want to believe in America's military might? Go ahead. You can go right ahead and believe in that, all right. But that has no power against the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, who created the heavens and the earth. All right. He's coming down here to. It's going to be a lot of death going on. All right. And what the scripture says. What does the scripture say? Slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah.
You know. So it's going to be a lot of death. You know what I'm saying? And Esau knows that. And he's going to try to fight against that to stop that.
But here's Micah 7:10. It says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets." And they, we're coming into a time of war, right? There's going to be war overseas. People are going to be drafted. People, Gen Z, like people my age, right? 20 years old, or down to even, the age of 16 or even 14, all right? They're going to be drafted into these wars. But hey, guess what? Through history, all right, as far as what I know, during a wartime scenario, there is definitely going to be some economic impact, whatever country that you're in. All right, but especially here in America, all right, a lot of these people are not going to be able to eat like they used to. They're not going to be able to afford the food like they used to. Not even these Edomites that got money are going to be able to afford the food that be usually getting and shit. Because guess what? They're mainly going to give that food to the military that needed the most overseas.
That's right.
So guess what's going to happen here in America? There's going to be less food, all right? Or even if there is food, that's going to cost you a fortune. All right, around like $100 or more. Scriptures tell you about the measure of bread should basically cost you a day's wage. All right. People are going to have to deal with hyperinflation. People are going to be starving to death. All right, pining away. Because of the lack of food that's going to be here in America. And guess what? As these men that are being drafted into these wars and shit, all right, even these women included, but mainly these men, all right, these women here in America, all right, they're going to be completely screwed.
That's right.
Right? They got no, either they put their man on child support or they left them or whatever. All right, they got no protection. Right? You're not gonna be able to call 911 real soon. All right, your kid might be starving and shit, and you don't know how to feed him. And in that day, that independent woman mentality is going to be thrown out the window, right? It's going to be a time when you really need a man.
That's right.
But guess what? A lot of them are going to die in these wars that we're about to face, right? That's why this scripture plays out very well as what I was explaining, right? These women are going to be basically trodden down as mire in the streets. Right? A lot of you women are going to perish. A lot of you are going to be raped to death. Right? But it's all judgment from the Lord at the end of the day.
That's right. The scripture says, a man to be as a hiding place. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. That man he's talking about, that's talking about a man of the Lord. If these women want any type of covering in these evil times to come, they're not going to make it unless they have a man of the Lord with them. That's the only way that they're going to be able to make it through these times, because the men of the Lord are the only ones with the understanding of what's going on and the prophecies. All right. So all you boss mentality females, you know, we're gonna see if your boss mentality is gonna get you through these evil times to come. All right. Your boss independent mentality. We're gonna see if that's gonna help you in these evil times to come.
Yeah, you know, we want to bring this one out too. You know, they should be safe through childbearing.
Oh, and a lot of these women also, like the brother just brought out, a lot of them were going to be saved just for childbearing only. This is 1 Timothy 2:15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in the faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. All right?
Yeah, you see, you know, the Lord, that goes to show you that the Lord is dealing with the men.
That's right.
All right? And a lot of you women, all right, for some reason, a lot of you women have that stupid mentality where you don't want to bow down unto the man. You don't want to submit to your man. But in the scriptures, it tells you on numerous accounts that, you know, the head over the woman is the man.
That's right.
All right? That's who you should be looking up to. All right? Especially the Israelite man of the Lord, as you know, as we're, you know, still serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai unto this day, right? Because hey, you know, we want no part of the judgment that is to come upon our people real soon. Because hey, it's gonna get real gruesome out here in the streets of America, all right? Or whatever country you're in, all right? Either way, all hell is gonna break loose, all right? And you women that are single, all right? All you women that think that you can handle yourself, all right, without no man, all right? A lot of you are going to be begging for a man to be with you in these times that we're coming into. But hey, you know, scripture says, like again, you know, she shall be saved in childbearing. You know?
That's right. So hopefully this was an edifying lesson.
Yeah, you know, hopefully.
Do you have something else?
No, not really. But hopefully this lesson was edifying, you know, just like going into, you know, prophecy, because that's all what matters now. All right, as we're seeing, you know, these prophecies come to pass. All right, these wars are really ramping up. All right, nothing's going back to normal. All you just hear is major tensions, you know, overseas and stuff. And hey, you know, these people that think that we're not entering into a war, hey, we're coming to a war right now.
That's right.
All right, a lot of people.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of these people are living under a rock, like literally. You can talk to them about, you know, these tensions across overseas and shit. They just don't even know what the fuck is going on. They don't be paying attention at all what the fuck is going on. You know, you have a conversation with them like, hey, you see what's happening there in Venezuela? Well, guess what they're going to be talking about? A lot of bullshit about money and shit, about like crap that doesn't even matter. But meanwhile, you got like real life problems overseas, people suffering. Or what we just experienced recently, the government shutdown, how people can't even afford food, SNAP benefits were cut off. And all of a sudden, the government shutdown has ended, all right, they opened it back up, and now these people are back into La La Land, right? They don't know what the fuck is going on. But hey, you know, the scriptures tell you to watch and pray, all right? You gotta watch out for these things. You gotta watch out, you know, the prophecies that are coming to pass, because hey, you know, time is running out, all right? It's going to boil down to whether if the Lord is dealing with you or not. But with that, hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises. We want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash, and Shalom until next time. Shalom.
Shalom.